it's gave it to new heights. You know, it's fantastic, and all I can see is it's just going to get bigger and better.
This field has been so tough, and every race I go out there, I'm like, oh man, this isn't going to be easy, and every track's different.
I think this is a big credit to Speedway, and I tell you what, the world has been focused on this series. All around the world, everybody's been calling, keeping tabs on what's going on, and guess what? You guys got to see it, man. That's hot.
The International Speedway Masters, initially staged between 1995 and 2001, was arguably the biggest speedway motorcycle series in the world. Each year, the world's best riders would converge upon Australia to contest a grueling national tournament, regarded as the ultimate battle of the brave. The top Australian riders, comprising Jason Crump, Leigh Adams, Craig Boyce and Todd Wiltshire, to name just some, would face a foreign invasion, featuring the likes of world champion Simon Wigg, Sam Ermolenko, Tony Ricardson, Greg Hancock, Billy Hamill, Kelvin Tatum and Mark Laram. It was Speedway at its brilliant best.
Adams is the leader. Greg Hancock now up on the inside. Adams now runs back as well.
In 2024, it returns in a reimagined format over 2 blockbusting nights. The event has attracted a stellar field of 500cc international superstars from an impressive 5 countries. It's Australia doing battle against Great Britain, Denmark, the United States and the Czech Republic. The field of 16 includes many multiple state and national champions, World Under-21 champions, Senior World champions, World Team Cup champions and Speedway of Nations World champions. Tonight, 16 handlebar heroes will contest the prestigious Leigh Adams Medal in honour of one of Australia's all-time great riders. Welcome to Gillman Speedway Stadium for the Leigh Adams Medal on this, night 2 of the Icon Suspension International Speedway Masters, presented by Ray White Gawler. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's showtime.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Night 2, Part 2 of the International Speedway Masters from Gillman Speedway in Adelaide. As the sun sets, we are set for 8 more preliminary heats, 2 semi-finals and a final. Mick Poole, this is going to be a ripper.
Sure is, Rod. It's the business end of the meeting, so yeah, boys have got to pick up a few more points here and there. A couple of heat wins may need to be done by a couple of riders that aren't in the top 8.
Exactly. Holder, Becca Lidsey, Chris Holder, Max Frick, Fraser Bowes, Tom Brennan among the leaders. Our first race out this evening will be Heat 13, Hagen, Masters, Yepperson, West. Then we'll have Morrison, Brennan, Lidsey, Becker, Frick, Colleen, Bowes, Holder, McDermott from Western Australia, Jan Kvek, Czech Republic, Chris Holder, Justin Sedgman, and that will be brought to you by Ray White Gawler. Big thanks to Icon Suspension for their ongoing support of everything Speedway in Australia. Here we go, and the track doesn't look great. The sun's gone down, the moisture's starting to come to the top, and this is going to be hectic around this ultra-fast Gillman Speedway. Now, some of these riders have ridden here plenty of times, some of them on their first visit, but you'd expect the experienced guys to know that the High Line around here late in the meeting is a place to be, Mick.
Yeah, for sure, Rod. Those guys, well, all of them have had their 3 rounds so far and should have their bikes set up right, and yeah, have enough laps on around the circuit to know where they're going, and the outside line will work.
Exactly. Sam Hagen in red, Sam Masters in blue, Jonas Yepperson in white, and Michael West in yellow, the youngster from New South Wales. Sam Hagen not had his best meeting to date, but let's hope he can pick up some points in these latter heats as we get set for heat number 13 in the International Speedway Masters, brought to you by Mildura, Showcase Jewelers, and Masters off gate 2. Shoots out of the tapes and goes straight to the lead. The rider in white, Jonas Jeppesen, the Dane. Wow, in close quarters, and the track looks impeccable. Oh, Jeppesen overlocks it, and Masters hangs on to the lead, but very close. Jeppesen getting plenty of grip, Mick. His bike looks like it's set up for some sheer drive. Look at that.
He's having a real good go here, right? I think he might have thought that it was a little bit grippier than what it was there. Turned the bike too hard and nearly spun it around.
Yeah, Masters putting on, I wouldn't say a clinic, because Jeppesen's right involved in this operation as he shoots up the inside. Masters very high on the track, not his usual. Letting Jeppesen up over the white line with the front wheel, pushes Masters to the air fence. Wow, what a contest we have here in heat. Oh yeah, Sammy up the inside.
It was a good start by Sam, but yeah, Jeppesen started to make that outside line work, and yeah, Sam got caught up in the dirt there, a little bit too much grip.
Yeah, lovely ride from our Danish visitor. That was highly impressive. Jonas Jeppesen, the Dane, wins that one from Sam. Masters in 2. He looked like he had that one, but didn't hang on. Michael West in 3rd and Sam Hagen in 4th. Well, Mick, as we watch the race recap, just give us an idea of what's causing Jeppesen's bike to be so untidy.
I think he's gone for a pretty short bike here, right? And as soon as he knew that if he put it in the super, it was going to start gripping. But here on turn 3, I think he thought that he was going to get too much grip, but yeah, and then he dives under Sam there, and again dives under Sam again and pushes Sam right into the loose stuff and the real grippy stuff. So Sam had to just button the throttle off there, stop the wheel from spinning, and struggled with the bike there, but dives back under him again on the inside, and yeah, but a little bit wild by Jeppesen, but yeah, he got the win.
That's right. As the former world champion Nicky Pedersen showed, you can be a little bit wild, but the results still count.
Sure does, Rod, especially if you make those starts like Nicky does.
They count, mate. They count. Okay, now we get ready for heat number 14, the second heat of this 4th round of heats. Brought to you by Ray White Gawler, and thanks so much for their support. Jack Morrison from Victoria in red. Tom Brennan from England, he's been very good, in blue. Jamin Litzy in white, and Luke Becker from USA. And it has to be said, Mick, of all our visitors, Becker the one who's really stood out.
He's had a good start of the meeting. The other 2 guys have a little bit of work to do, but yeah, Luke really got into this track really good.
Okay, watch the American off the outside in yellow. Becker makes a satisfactory start, but it's the rider in blue, Tom Brennan from England. Oh, goes past the line there, does Brennan, and lets Jamin Litzy, the Victorian, up the inside. The former world under-21 champion absolutely loves this track, does Litzy. He's won some big events here, and wouldn't he like to cap that by taking out the International Speedway Masters. Nice riding from Jamin, and he is a talent, Mick.
He is. He's obviously, like you said, a world under-21 champion, and yeah, he went straight out the super. He's still got Becker at the back there, right? He's going to want to get a couple of points here, but yeah, he's got one there, but he's still got Tom Brennan in front of him, the Brit.
Yeah, wasn't a bad ride there from Morrison to hold him off for a couple of laps. As you say, Brennan up in the 3rd, but out in front, it's our Mildura rider, Jamin Litzy. Took over the mantle of being Mildura's finest rider, I guess, after Lee Adams retired. Jamin used to wash Lee's bikes when he was a kid, so he's been around the sport for a long time.
He has, sure, yeah. He's a really, really good rider. Very professional guy, works a lot, hard training, and yeah, deserves every point he gets.
Litzy, Brennan, Becker and Morrison. Morrison unlucky not to open his account for the second part of our meeting. Just a little bit unlucky there on the 3rd lap. Just left a gap there for our American. Wow, look at that. Close stuff there, Mick, from Becker. Nearly caught a back wheel.
I think he grabbed the roost off that back wheel there, right? It's like putting a brake on that. It really does hurt as well, the rocks, and yeah, just got him unsettled there a little bit, but after a couple of laps he got past Jack there and chased Tom down. I don't think he got Tom in the end, but yeah, great ride by Jamin out front.
Yeah, Brennan, part of that new British Revolution. We've seen like a 15-year, I guess like a slight lull for England, apart from Chris Harris, the former Grand Prix winner, but the Poms now just starting to get some traction.
They are, yeah. They've won the World Cup in the last couple of years, and yeah, they've got a lot of good young kids coming up.
Okay, heat number 15, brought to you by Quick Apparel and Print. From the inside, Max Frick, Luke Colleen from Western Australia, Fraser Bowes, the local, and Jack Holder in gate 4 off the inside. Arguably the fastest rider in the meeting, but as we said on night 1 or part 1 of this show, Luke Colleen, very exciting to watch.
He is, yeah. He's only a little fella, and he's done okay so far, so fingers crossed he can make a decent start here.
Okay, watch Holder off the outside in yellow. Holder makes a good start, as does Max Frick. Wow, Jack cuts back under Frick and goes through. Does not need 2 invitations, does Jack Holder, the Sydney sider.
Certainly not, right. I reckon he had that lined up. If he wasn't going to make the start, he's going to do that cutback that he's so good at.
That was brilliant. I think he had that in his mind. When he went into the turn, he wasn't in front. He thought, all right, here we go, I'll cut back. And didn't he get some acceleration down the back straight? Not a bad race here between Fraser Bowes and Colleen for that odd point. But Max Frick, the former national champion, in second, and Jack Holder, also a former national champion, shooting away with this one.
Tell you what, Fraser Bowes must be a little bit disappointed being at the back there, and he's going to have to get some points to make those all-important semi-finals.
Yeah, looks like he's all over the back of Colleen, but Holder well out in front in this one. He's going to really dominate this heat after a first turn that was imprinted on our memory, a great cutback from a world-class rider. And Jack Holder it is who takes 3 points. Max Frick 2, Luke Colleen 1, Fraser Bowes, thanks to Ray White Gawler, and also Quick Apparel and Print for their support. Look at this. Max makes a really good start. Jack's probably 10 metres behind him, but here's where the damage is done. Just watch it on the replay. You'll see Holder about mid-turn. He thinks, I know where I'm going. Wow, straight through.
See that sneaky little look he had going into turn 1 there, just before he got there. He knew exactly what he was going to do. Got out in the soup and away he went.
Yeah, there's an enormous power in these 500cc machines, and if you get the back wheel on the edge of that dirt like Jack did, the acceleration is brutal. And Max got just slightly caught out. He found himself on the slick stuff. He was going not nowhere, but nowhere near as fast as Jack. And Holder it was who dominated that heat. As we get set for heat number 16, that will be the next race on track. In our upcoming event, we will have Mitchell McDiarmid, the very impressive 16-year-old out of WA, Jan Kvek, the Grand Prix star from the Czech Republic, Chris Holder, former world champion in white, and Justin Sedgman, the wily veteran from Mildura. He's done some very good laps around this place, has Sedgy, and I would expect nothing short of that now. So McDermott, Kvek, Holder, Sedgman. This is a tough one to pick, and McDermott, an interesting riding style. Mickey, he gets all over the bike, but it works.
It does, yeah. He gets right into the bike and likes to hang on off it a bit. It'd be interesting to see what he's thinking about this heat with all these good riders and as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, hopefully not thinking too much, because it's very worrying when you've got riders of this caliber on the outside. He sits up at the start, a lot taller than most riders too, but it's a rider in blue, Jan Kvek from the Czech Republic, who leads. He probably needs some of these points, Kvek. Look at Holder on the outside. Kvek going with him. They're wheel to wheel down the back straightaway here at Gillman Speedway, the finest speedway track in the country as far as solo racing is concerned. And Holder just gets a narrow lead now over Kvek, but Kvek is not done here out in the dirt. Holder riding mid-track, Kvek looking for that cutback.
Here he comes, right, that little cutback there, and get the wheels in line early, and Chris opened the door there a little bit for him, and he's gone, thank you, I love that.
Yeah, Chris looking to get that back wheel into the dirt again and cut back on Kvek, but it's the Czech Republic star, and what a nice man he is. We've said that a couple of times, but he's just such a nice guy. So is Chris Holder. Look at that from Kvek on the back wheel. Holder having none of it, not able to get there though, and it will be the Czech Republic star, Jan Kvek, who takes out heat number 16 in the International Speedway Masters. Kvek, Holder, McDermott, another good ride from him, picks up the odd point from Justin Sedgman. That race proudly brought to you by Icon Suspension. As we watch the restart, you see again McDermott sitting up pretty straight on the bike. Looked like Chris had this one, Nick, but Kvek, a real racer.
He just tries and tries and tries, does not give up, and his style's a little bit unconventional. He's a little bit loose at times, but he made it work then, and yeah, and young Mick McDermott, he wasn't far behind right at the end of the heat there.
No, he rode well, and said you'll be disappointed not to pick up that odd point. As we watch again the action at the front, they were literally wheel to wheel for the full journey, so the crowd really got their money's worth in heat number 16, but it was Jan Kvek, a long way from home, but absolutely loving his time in Australia and making a very good impression on everyone he meets down under. This track would hold no fear for him, Mick. It's a very nice track.
Not at all. This is the the sort of track that he's used to, and a little bit of grip and quite flat, not that much banking. But yeah, Chris tried to get his wheels out in the dirt there on the edge, but had to start riding defensive and to try and stop him. But Yan done it.
He did. Okay, let's head pit side and get some info from our riders.
Yeah, I probably surprised myself a little bit, but it's not over yet, and still got to get another race, do another race. So yeah, we keep chipping away and see how it goes.
Nice one. Well, you come from good stock. You know, you've got your father and your grandfather were both Speedway champions, and now you've obviously headed overseas as the pilgrimage for most Speedway riders in this country. And you've had a good season this year, I believe, and you're obviously back there again next year. But tell us a little bit about this year for you.
Yeah, you know, just slowly learning. It was good. We won the league in Sweden and France, so that was really nice. But yeah, next year, looking forward to that. We've got 3 leagues lined up and finally a contract in England, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Tonight, mate, you're doing really, really well. You've clean sweeped all your heats, 4 from 4.
Yeah, it's not over yet. But yeah, you know, just trying to get off a start. You know, I haven't really made any decent starts yet, and but yeah, just doing a couple of good first corners. But yeah, we'll just make a little bit of a change now, and yeah, hopefully it gets out the start better.
Yeah, well, considering you haven't made good starts, you've done yourself proud, mate. You've managed to make your way up to the pointy end every time. So 4 from 4, you've got to be happy with that, mate.
Yeah, you know, I know how quick it can turn around. So yeah, just one more to go and see how we go then, and then we'll see where we end up.
Yes, happens. Jack Holder riding very well as always. So Holder 12, Lidsey 10, Luke Becker 9, the American, Chris Holder 8, Maxi Frick 8, Jepperson flying into it now 8, and Jan Kvek with that win on 7. Masters also on 7. So a pretty stacked leaderboard. The format tonight, as we look at the next 4 heats, it's an interesting one because only the 2 top scorers from the heats will go directly to the final. We'll have 2 4-rider semi-finals with only the winner of each going through to the final. And Mick, that format always very exciting.
It is exciting, right? And very, very tough. If you're in those semi-finals, you need that win.
You absolutely do. It's win or nothing. Heat number 17, brought to you by Ray White Gawler. We'll have from the inside Michael West, Australian under-21 champion. Jamin Lidsey, former under-21 world champion. In blue. In white, Justin Sedgman, coming off that 4th place in his previous ride. And Fraser Bowes, the local gun, in yellow. Some points to be had here. Lidsey favourite, but plenty of opportunity for these other guys to pick up perhaps a second, maybe a first if they ride out of their skin.
I think Fraser might be under a little bit of pressure here, Rod. He needs at least 2 points, 2, maybe 1 to get in the semis.
Yeah, absolutely. He's right on the cusp here. Off the outside, Fraser, he makes a semi-good jump, looks for the cutback, and he has to make it. He can't afford to come out of this first turn in last place, but it's Lidsey again out in front. The Victorian leading, Sedgman second, Michael West in third, and Fraser Bowes at the back at the moment. Lidsey leads down the straightaway. Here we go. A convincing lead from Lidsey. A better ride from Sedgy here, Mick. He's been a little bit patchy tonight.
He has. I think he's got a little bit of an injury on his hand from the last meeting he had here, but yeah, he's toughing it out.
He is, mate. He looks pretty good. And Westy just hanging on to 3rd place. Geez, I tell you what, Fraser Bowes and his family, obviously local, would love to see him pick up this 3rd place, but it will be Lidsey way out in front. Absolute class, rides all over the world all year, and every league he rides in, he's one of the best riders. Takes the win. Jamin Lidsey, convincing victory for our young Mildura resident. Lidsey 3, Sedgman 2, Michael West 1, Fraser Bowes, thanks to Ray White Gawler for their support of that heat as we edge towards finding a winner of the prestigious Leigh Adams medal. The first ever Leigh Adams medal, Nick, and it was a very good jump from Lidsey.
Blinder off gate 2 there, right? The bike just bit straight away, and Justin tried to follow him through, which he did. And there's Fraser trying that outside ride line there, but they've just done the track, so it doesn't really work at this time of the race, you know. So if it was a later heat, he might have got through around the outside, but
Yeah,
unfortunately he finished last.
No, I agree, Mick. Once they regrade the track, they bring the dirt on the inside. It's not advantageous to go wide because there's grip on the inside too. And he paid. And I thought there, Fraser, a little bit of indecision in the first corner. If he needed to do something, needed to happen quick, a bit like we saw Jack Holder do in his previous race. But the gap sort of closed up and he got balked, and that was the end of him. As we get ready for heat number 18, brought to you by Power Productions, content creation and sports on TV. Heat number 18, Mitchell McDermott from Western Australia, Jack Morrison from Victoria, Sam Hagan from England, and Maxi Frick from Victoria. A chance here for Hagan to take a couple of scalps. Mickey hasn't had his best night.
No, he's obviously low on confidence, Rod, and hopefully he's a great rider, so he'll come back.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, Speedway, a bit of a momentum sport. You have a bad first ride, bad second one, the whole world starts to cave in around you. If you get off to a good start, you feel like a world champion.
Start thinking too much.
Yeah, we don't want to think. Thinking doesn't help on a single-cylinder bike burning methanol that weighs 80 kilograms.
True.
Okay, here we go. McDermott off the inside. Morrison off gate 2. First turn action down the back straightaway, and it is McDermott, the West Australian, the youngster who leads. Unbelievable. Look at this, Mick Poole. This would be a boil over.
Max Frick's in second there, just pushed his way into second. He's got a lot of work to do to catch Mitch. Mitch just riding mid-track there, not going right out in the suit, but how excited would he be right now?
Oh, it'd be unbelievable. It'd be life-changing for the young. Look at that style I was saying about it. He just hangs off it. Carefree, and it is still the youngster who leads, Mitch McDermott. As I said earlier, he's only 16 years of age. He's just literally a kid, absolutely flying, and Max Frick has no answer.
Max loves this track and is very, very successful over the years, and he's got no answer for him, so yeah, good on the kid.
Yeah, this would be the best ride of his career so far if he can pull it off, and he does. Wow, unbelievable. His father, Marshall, a former rider at the famous Claremont Showground back in the day, back in the 90s and late 80s, and he will be over the moon. And a lovely family, really nice people. Wow, look at that start, Mick, world class.
Yeah, great start there, Rod. Just like the heat before when Gillman come off too, his bike just bit Maxi on the outside, got a little bit of lift going in the first corner there, and Jack Morrison there, he
rode well
mid-track, had a really good ride. Max had to really work to get past him, and but young Mitch McDermott led him right in the middle of the track. He's just got his bike set so it doesn't need to go right out in the dirt, and hanging off it like
wow,
like hanging off it like an American.
Okay, let's head down to the pits. David Taft is with Jeffrey Lowe from Icon.
Jeff, once again, I do seem to say this to you very regularly over the last 30 years. Thank you, because without your support, this would not be happening.
Well, it's a privilege to do it, David, and I guess without your enthusiasm and inspiration, that it wouldn't be happening either.
No, more importantly, without your checkbook, it wouldn't be happening.
Oh, well, great team then, isn't it?
Perfect, really. Couple of good nights to Speedway.
Oh, fantastic, David. Look, this is classic. This is what the sport's all about. This is the sort of thing that the world has seen for many, many years, coming from Australia or other places, and to bring the sidecars and solos together over 2 nights is just a fantastic event.
Yeah, it's a good idea. There's no doubt about that. How do you see it tonight? You got Jamin Lindsay doing as he did at the Australian Speedway Centenary, Jack Holder doing as Jack Holder does. 2 very stacked semi-finals with lots of foreign stars in the mix as well. Yep. What's your prediction, apart from agony?
Well, hopefully no agony, because that means someone's in the fence or something. But yes, I suppose it could well be, like you've said for many years, they couldn't throw a tally-ho paper over them.
Oh,
so that just shows our age. But I guess the reality is any of them could pull it off. But I do think Jack's got to be hot favourite.
Okay, big thanks to Jeff Lowe for his ongoing support of racing in Australia. We'll be back with you straight after this short break. Okay, riders now coming out on track for heat number 19. Just 2 preliminary races left to run. This one proudly brought to you by Matt Jones Motorcycles. Lovely guy is Matt, a former rider himself and an importer of many, many Speedway components into the country. For any of your Speedway needs, see Matt Jones Motorcycles. Heat number 19 from the inside, Luke Colleen out of WA. Sam Masters in blue. In white will be from England, Tom Brennan. And our superstar of the moment, Jan Kvek the Czech Republic rider who was so good in his previous race. This will be a tight one, Mick.
Yeah, I think Jan, he really needs a win here, and to make sure he's going to get in those semi-finals.
Yeah, as we said, the format very interesting. Only the 2 top point scorers overall go direct to the final. 2 4-man semis with just the winner joining those 2 finalists. So very cutthroat. Got to get in that top 8. Righto, here we go. Off the outside, the rider in yellow and black, wow, Kvek out of shape. Look at this. This is very busy stuff. The rider in red, Luke Colleen, led for a moment, but it is Kvek from last to first in 1 lap. Wow, what a move from the Czech Republic rider, and Brennan finds himself in a sandwich like no other.
It looks like a boxing match at the back there, right? Sam trying to get through everybody, and young Luke Colleen, who's back into second, went from last to second.
Yeah, Colleen sits very low on the bike, doesn't he? He sits like almost in the bike, but it sort of works. He gets plenty of grip. And Masters now up into third, and Brennan, after what was a pretty good lap, finds himself at the back. What a race.
What a race, right? Young Luke Colleen, like, he'd be so excited right now being in front of these 2 guys. Sam just jumping under the inside of him. He's so good around the inside, Sam Masters.
He is. He took a leaf out of the Lee Adams book there. Just a real tight line, the grip and traction they can get out of absolutely nothing. And Kvek, he must have thought Christmas had come at once. Everyone's running into each other. He was out of shape in the first turn, wins it by a mile. Jan Kvek 3 points, Sam Masters 2, Luke Colleen 1, Tom Brennan 0. Geez, they all deserve some points out of that one. That was a war. This will be an interesting race. Look at Kvek here.
Oh, he's right out in the suit there, Rod, and then he's got nowhere to go, really. He's got to go on the outside, so he's stuck it right in there where the grip is, and it all worked. But look at Luke Colleen, he's at the back there. He didn't really make that good a jump, but he made a great first corner, and he's wrestling it. The whole 3 of them were wrestling it there. But Kvek's way out in front, and yeah, great entertainment at the back there.
Far out. Look at this. Masters and Brennan almost glued together. The Pom will need a Panadol after that. He'll be like, what are these guys doing out in Australia? They're crazy. Have a look at this. Just glued together down the back straight. And Colleen, fair play to the boy. Done a good job.
Great ride there, but Sam just gets up the inside of him and leaves him nowhere to go really at the end. But yeah, great ride by both of them.
It was very good speedway there. The crowd on their feet as they witnessed a really good heat there in heat number 19. As I said, brought to you by Matt Jones Motorcycles. That leaves us with just 1 preliminary race to go, brought to you by Quick Apparel and Print. Heat number 20, Jack Holder in red, Jonas Jeppesen flew in his last race. In blue, Luke Becker, been really good in white, and Chris Holder in yellow. Oh, geez.
This is pretty much an A-file in itself, right?
This is big, yeah, this is big. So I said earlier about getting the top 8. It's not really top 8, it's top 10, because you've got 2 direct finalists, so you've got 2, 4, 4. So top 10 will get you a start in the semi-final, which is a good format.
It is, yeah, and those semi-finals are very tough.
Yeah, just correcting myself there, that's okay. I'm allowed to do that. Right, here we go. Heat number 20, off the inside, Jack Holder. Oh, Jack makes a good jump. Jeppesen tries to go with him, but can't, and it's Chris Holder around the outside, gets a nice cutback up in a second. So Jack from Chris, Becker on the outside, and Jeppesen in blue on the inside. Becker will be looking for an outside run here. He's very good around the outside, Mick. Oh, and he does it. He does it.
He's, you see Jeppesen come on the inside of the American there, but Chris is just holding his line. Not really, so he's stuck his back wheel in where Jack did there. So, but Jack, look at Jack, is out in front. He's got this thing dialed.
He has. He's just getting better and better. Look at Becker. Wow, he's using the whole track.
Not scared Jeppesen, straight across the front.
Probably scared Jeppesen, that's about all. That was a bit out of shape, but it sort of worked. Jeppesen, it is, battling with Becker for this point, and it just shows how important it is. Got to get to these semi-finals.
Everybody wants that point, especially with the gate positions as well.
Exactly. It affects your paycheck, affects everything. Holder wins that comfortably from his brother Chris. And we're just going to wait for that third, because that was very close, but it was the American Becker who picks up third with 1 point. And Jonas Jeppesen, he was brilliant in his last ride. Didn't ride too bad there, but the class of that field, gee, there was just someone had to come last. Unfortunately for Jeppesen, it was him. Probably just got a little bit unlucky there, but Becker, fair play to him, really courageous around the outside.
Yeah, didn't really make that good a start there, but he just continued the outside line there, and I think the same thing again, he got hit by the roost again a couple of times, but Jeppesen's just at him all the time, and it wasn't until he went out and just took his line there and just made rode a little bit more defensive.
Yeah, really good ride there. A good race again. Okay, let's get down to the pits and let's start with Mitch McDermott, the star of the moment.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's a great opportunity being here riding with these world-class riders. Yeah, I couldn't believe it at the start of the meeting. I did get like 2 lasts, and then after that I just had to start focusing on my own riding and yeah, hopefully progress through the meeting. And then towards the end of the meeting, I got the win in my last one. I'm just really happy with it, you know, having fun with the bike now instead of constantly just trying to battle it out. But yeah, now that I'm there with the group, I've finished the meeting on a high.
And the best thing is you're about to go overseas and have some fun. You've signed up to ride in the UK and Poland next year.
Yeah, that's the plan. Got all the contracts signed, and yeah, we can't wait to get back over. We're just using these next few weeks as a learning experience and to progress better for this coming season overseas. But yeah, I can't wait. It's all a great opportunity, and yeah.
Wow, thrill of a lifetime for Mitch McDermott, beating Max Frick, one of the world's top riders. Okay, Jack Holder and Jamin Lindsay, our 2 riders to progress straight through. Then we've got Kvek, Holder, Frick, Becker, Masters, Jepson, and 2 more to join them down to the pits.
Okay, here we are in the pits. We're in the pointy end of the meeting, semi-final number 1, so we're going to do some helmet colour draws. So first cab off the rank to choose a helmet colour is Luke Becker. And he is wandering over to red. So red helmet colours, gate number 1 for Luke Becker. Second in the draw for the helmet colours is Chris Holder. He's going to jump into blue. So that's gate number 2, blue for Chris Holder. Sam Masters is your next helmet colour drawer. Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No, he's going for the white. He's going for white in gate 3. Okay, that leaves Tom Brennan with no choice but to accept yellow helmet colours and gate number 4 for Tom Brennan. So that's your semi-final number 1, and obviously the winner of that race will go straight through into the final to join Jack Holder and Jamin Lindsay. Alrighty, so we now move on to semi-final number 2. First helmet colour draw is Jan Jankovic. Or Yankovic, I should say. I'll get it right. That's a blue helmet colour, so that's gate number 2 for Jan. Okay, now we go to Max Frick. Walking straight into a red, very colour coordinated there in the red racing nylons there, straight into gate number 1 in the red. Okay, third pick, Jonas Jepson. Going across to gate number 4 in the yellow helmet colours for Jonas Jepson, gate number 4. That leaves Fraser Bowes with little choice but to accept the white helmet colours of gate number 3. And once again, the same deal applies. Semi-final number 2, the lead rider at the end of semi-final number 2 automatically goes in to join Jack Holder and Jamin Lindsay in your Leigh Adams Medal grand final race to end tonight's meeting.
Okay, here comes the final of our Young Guns support event. This has been very, very entertaining so far for the crowd. They've loved every minute of it. Australian Motors, a big supporter of Speedway and particularly this class here tonight. This final will be interesting. We have Dale Wood, Patrick Hamilton, Harry Sadler and Braden McGuinness. Mick, all of these guys looking pretty good.
They are, yeah. It's great for them as well to be able to mix with the guys in the pits. You know, they're all got the gear on. They're involved in it. They're part of the meeting. So it's great for the promoters to do this for these young guys.
It is, and you're only a little bit of ill luck away from a start from one of the riders in the field.
That's
just
right.
An engine blow up and they don't have a spare bike or a slight injury and these guys are in.
Yeah.
And it can be life-changing.
It could be,
as we just saw for young McDermott there, even though he's in the meeting, to win that heat, it's just going to spread like wildfire. Okay, get ready for this one. Woods, Hamilton, Sadler and McGuinness. Here we go. Wow, great start for the rider in blue, Patrick Hamilton. Ooh, locks it up a little bit. but leads so far down the back straightaway, and it's Braden McGuinness in the yellow up into second, Harry Sadler in fourth, and it's Woods in second. Tight race so far. Track still in impeccable condition. Oh, a little bit out of shape there was Braden in the yellow helmet. He won't be happy with that and allows Sadler through. Sadler, obviously the son of former international rider Nigel Sadler, so a bit of a name to carry, particularly in South Australia. Nigel finished on the podium in the World Under-21 Championship many, many years ago. Great young rider. But out in front, we have our leader, and he's riding away with it at the moment. It is Patrick Hamilton, absolutely flying.
Yeah, that was a great start, Rod, from Paddy out at gate 2 there. And I guess all the main riders are going to be watching that as well to see what sort of gate pick they're going to have.
You can see these guys not quite as experienced as our main field riders, riding a little bit tighter, not so much in the deep dirt, but gee, gets it done, doesn't he? Wow, close finish there from young Harry. Harry up the inside there over the finish line. Woods in second, so we've got Patrick Hamilton in first, Woods in second, Sadler third, and McGuinness in fourth. Okay, a race recap. Here we go. Just watch Braden McGuinness. Just gets a bit out of shape, Mick, in that first lap, and it costs him any chance in the final. He was looking sharp in a couple of his heats, which weren't broadcast, but the fans really enjoying the heats earlier in the night. But this is an interesting riding style from our leader, Patrick Hamilton. Very upright and very stiff in the shoulders.
He's a very tall sort of guy, and yeah, sometimes it's hard for the taller guys to get into the bike and hang it off like they did. But yeah, McGuinness, he was having a real go. It's a shame he didn't pick up all his, unfortunately, in the last year, and Harry Sadler just went past him. But yeah, great ride by Paddy.
Yeah, not rewarded for his efforts is the best way to put McGuinness's, but he rode the wheels off it. Just got a bit out of shape a couple of times. At this level, it's just a little bit cut and thrust, and unfortunately for him, not getting the trophy there. But it was Hamilton who won that one. Okay, let's get set for our semi-finals. As we said earlier in the broadcast, just one rider from each of these two semis to progress through to the big one. Semi-final one will feature Chris Holder, Tom Brennan, Luke Becker and Sam Masters, with no quarter going to be asked or given. You reckon Becker can pull this off, Mick?
Who wins, Rod?
Oh, I reckon Becker's got a shot.
That's hard. Yeah, so do I. He's got a good gate on the inside there, but he has been riding the outside. He's been hung out to dry on the outside a couple of times, so he's going to be pretty stoked to be on the inside this time.
He has, and Chris Holder's been very consistent, and looks like he hasn't pushed himself to his limit yet either. I think he's got a little bit left up his sleeve.
Always got a little bit left up his sleeve, Chris does.
He does. He's
without being biased.
Yeah, no, he's pretty clever. So Holder, Brennan, Becker and Masters. Brennan almost in a boxing match in his previous ride, in that he was in that unbelievable heat where the lead changed so often, and he went from second to last in the space of 100 metres. So he'll be looking to make up for that. And Sam Masters, we saw his craft earlier in the night, riding the inside line, switching to the outside, almost touched the air fence at one point. He was all over the track. Let's see if Masters can pull one off here. Okay, Holder, Brennan, Becker, Masters it is. Semi-final number one, just the winner to go through. And underway, and it's Chris Holder. Great start. Look at Brennan, the Pom, up the inside. Doesn't quite, yes, it does pay off. He's up into second. He's in with the best chance of challenging Holder, but it is Chris who leads down the back straight. And when I say lead, he leads by about 40 metres after a scintillating first turn from the Appen rider. And Brennan will need nothing short of a miracle here, as will the other guys, because Chris is absolutely blitzing it.
Looks like Chris has gone, Rod. Looks like they've done the track just before the semi-final, so maybe the track's a little bit too good for him. Chris just riding down on the inside where they've pulled all the dirt back.
Yeah, our American star Luke Beck. Wow! Interesting line there from Brennan. Picked up a heap of drive, shot across the front of Becker. Masters at the back, but it's Holder doing what he does best, leading comfortably. And one of his favourite tracks, Gillman, he's had a lot of success here over the years.
Making it look easy, Rod.
He did. That was probably the most one-sided race of the night. Great start, great first turn and gone. Holder. Really, really good stuff from Chris. That race brought to you by Quick Apparel and Print. Thanks so much for their support of tonight's event, the International Speedway Masters. And the big award tonight is the Leigh Adams Medal. How I would have loved to have won something like the Leigh Adams Medal, Mick. Hey, I couldn't even win a swimming medal in the swimming carnival or a BMX trophy. That's how hopeless I was, but look at Holder. Unbelievable.
It's quite an even start there, really, but Chris just got there in front of Becker. And would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Luke had just pipped him on the inside.
Yeah, they needed, as you say, Mick, they needed to do something early, and it just wasn't there. He was just gone. He had it in mind. He had the Professor Mick Holder in the pits. They had it all worked out before he got there, and it worked out exactly as they scripted it. Really good stuff.
Tell you what, Rod, I'm really impressed with Luke Becker. He never gives up, always trying.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't he be a welcome visitor back in Australia at any time? He's given everything to tonight's meeting. And obviously, you know, being a Yank and having the accent and all the stuff that comes with it, you know, all the glamour and glory that goes with being an American. Okay, now this semi, very, very interesting lineup. Again, just the winner to go through. The lineup, wow. Sorry, Mick, go ahead.
I'm just wondering whether Max has just changed bikes, because he done a practice start then and now he's gone back to the pits to adjust that clutch again.
Okay, makes sense.
He must be quite happy with the clutch setup, or not sure whether he has changed bike. It looks quite clean, so he might be on his second bike.
Yeah, with all due respect to Max, and I have a mountain of that, is he hasn't been at his best tonight. He really should have scored more points given his level.
Of course, yeah, especially around here. He loves it around Gillman.
He's brilliant here. Okay, Jan Kvek from the Czech Republic. Yeah, Kvek will start out at 2. Max Frick on his inside, and we are underway. Fraser Bowes makes a good jump. Oh, he gets past there up the inside by Jonas Jeppesen, and it's Max Frick who leads with, wow, look at Kvek on the outside, does a number on him and leads. Unbelievable stuff from Jan Kvek, Mick. That was a great ride.
He knew exactly what he was going to do there, Rod. He went straight on the outside like he did in his last heat in the round. So and now he's just sticking it into the dirt where the fastest line of the track is. Max has got no answer for him at the moment.
No, not at this stage. And Kvek, wow, what a worthy visitor he's been to our shores. His first ever visit to Australia, and he's leading Max Frick. This is somewhat of a surprise, it has to be said. Frick will be slightly unhappy with this, and you can see that as he closes the gap.
He's not giving up. He's right in the dirt going in and letting it run, but yeah, just a little bit too late. One more lap.
Jeez, what a lap from Max Frick. He wanted that badly, but it's Jan Kvek pulling off something of a surprise, takes the win, fellow Grand Prix rider to Max, so not a massive surprise. Kvek, Frick, Jeppesen, Bowes. Bowesy made a pretty good start, but couldn't run with the big boys in this one, as Jeppesen came underneath him in the first turn. Max got a little bit, not locked up, but just washed off a bit of speed exiting that turn, Mick.
He did, but you see what Kvek done, went straight to the outside from gate 2. Straight, he knew exactly what he was going to do, and Max just stuck it down the middle and tried to keep Jeppesen behind him as well. Jeppesen comes under him here.
Look at that.
He's got a little bit of work to do, but Kvek, look at him out in the grip.
Yeah, Kvek had eyes for only one thing. As you say, it was the big high, the fastest line on it, and Frick then said, right, whatever you can do. Look at that from Frick.
Max.
That's world class. Absolutely brilliant speedway from Max Frick. A metre off the fence, I tell you what, one more lap, she'd have been on.
As you know, right, they're very hard to hold onto these bikes and that sort of.
Okay, let's head down to the pits and do a gate draw for the final.
We have the final helmet colour draw for the grand final for the Leigh Adams medal. Top point scorer tonight, Jack Holder, to choose his first helmet colour that he wants. And straight slots into red helmet colour, gate number 1. Jamin Lidsey is your number 2 point scorer. And he conveniently slots into gate number 2 in the blue. Now we've got Chris Holder. Chris Holder is gate number 3 in the white helmet colours. Okay, that leaves Jankovic straight into gate number 4 in the yellow helmet colours, up against the fence on the big wide high line.
Okay, and this is why we're here tonight, to see the crowning of the first ever winner of the prestigious Leigh Adams medal, and the great man here tonight himself, Leigh Adams, to watch it all unfold. Modest as always, never puts any praise on himself when you talk to me. Very, very modest man, no doubt about that. But so what we had here, we had our 2 automatic qualifiers, Jack Holder picking gate 1. Our other automatic qualifier, Jamin Lidsey, has gate 2. Then we have Chris Holder and Jan Kvek on the outside. And I get a sneaking suspicion that Kvek would not be disappointed with that gate 4, given the outside run he's been getting.
No, he loves that outside out in the dirt there. And yeah, I don't know. Who's going to win? I don't know. Jamin Livesey's got that gate 2. Gate 2's been working this second half of the night. So yeah, and he, like said before, he loves it around here.
He does. So, I mean, in gate 2, you've got two options. Obviously, first thing you got to do is try and beat Jack to the turn. Then you shut it down on Jack, but then you open up the outside. So you got to do two things: shut it down on Jack, then shoot across the slick stuff and block the outside run. And it's a lot to do in a short time, especially when Quebec's on the throttle the way he is. And Chris Holder has been the most dominant rider in the last half an hour, winning his semi-final by about 60 metres.
He has, yeah. He, but it's going to be hard. You know, Jack's on the inside, and he always, you know, lifts himself for these finals. I've seen him only just make it into the finals, and then come to a final, bang.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it all worked out, has Jack Holder. But these three will be far from making it easy for him as we get set to go.
This will be a tough first corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Holder, Lidsey, Holder, Quebec. Our Czech Republic guest, our only foreign finalist. Oh, here you are.
I think the referee's making Jack move over here.
Yeah, close quarters. You've got to give him what you would call elbow room. And sometimes the interpretation can be a little bit dusty. Okay. All right, let him go. Come on, here we go. The boys are ready.
No, the referee's still making Jack move over. He's moved over to one rut. Now he's making him move over. Too close to Gillman.
Yeah. Just let them go, mate. They know what they're doing. World-class riders on a world-class track. Does not get any better than this. The Leigh Adams medal up for grabs. 4 laps the journey. Holder, Lidsey, Holder, Quebec. Tapes up and good jump from Jamin Lidsey. Gets across Holder, as I said, needed to do that and did it. Chris Holder up the inside, takes the lead. The older of the two brothers out in front, and the crowd on their feet as they see Chris Holder, 2012 world champion, leading a major event again. Oh no, Chris.
I think he went in a little bit too deep there, right? The crankcases might hit the ground. There's that much dirt out there.
Yeah, didn't it straighten him up?
Jack's on the outside. He's where he wants to be now, in that dirt, and I'm pretty sure they both.
Wow!
That's brotherly love there.
It was. Gee, Chris got straightened up in that turn. It cost him the lead. Look at the line that Chris is riding, and all the while Jan Quebec, the Czech rider, not far behind at all. But now Jack Holder, the younger brother, Chris Holder in second, Quebec in third, and Lidsey somewhat surprisingly at the back. But someone had to be at the back. What a war that was between the Holder brothers.
What a great ride that was, Rod. The Jack had actually clashed with Gillman into the first corner there, and they touched, and he was third at one stage. But yeah, great to see the two Holder boys first and second.
Wow, that was amazing. I'll tell you what, we wrote the script. We talked about the script, and it came true. Gillman made the start on Jack, which we talked about. He turned it across Jack, which we talked about. Next minute they come together, and it was all hell broke loose as Chris cut through. Gee, that was a good race, and a very worthy final to celebrate the inaugural Leigh Adams medal. We love this award. I would love to win something like this. Unreal. And Jack Holder celebrating as you would. Watch the race recap. Watch Lidsey. Just gets the jump. That's all you need. Oh, look at that.
Bump there.
The bump. And look at Chris. He just rubbed his hands together, says, I'll have this, boys. But he had a long way to go. As you said, he come into this third turn, I think it was, and he just catches a heap of drive going in, and it straightens him up. He's looking for the dirt as we go into 1 and 2 on the second occasion. Look at the line. It's the Max Frick line. Wow.
Yeah, right there. He gets too much grip going in. He knew that Jack would have been chasing him hard. So, yeah, what a great race.
It really was. That was unreal.
I tell you what, if only Chris would get away with that.
Other riders. Yeah. He'd go straight in.
If it was me, that'd be a red light on.
Yeah, geez, he had to shut her down, didn't he?
What a great ride by Jack. Just kept that momentum up.
Look at this from the Holder boys. Wow, Chris got a heap of drive there, almost wheels it into the side of Jack. But look at that. My God, what a race. And it will be, and it was. Jack Holder, arguably Australia's finest rider at the moment, and he takes the Leigh Adams medal. Probably a fitting result for the youngster. as he keeps walking the path towards World Championship glory, slowly but surely building the blocks.
Step by step, Rod.
Using the Holder book of ethics, just learning and gaining and learning and gaining. Nice handshake there for the two boys. Chris has already been world champion, Jack on a mission to become, but yeah, great ride. And you can see the elation under the helmet. Big thanks to Icon Suspension, Jeff Lowe, all our sponsors tonight. Just a great meeting and a great celebration of Speedway here at Gillman. Really enjoyable night. Loved every minute of it. Ray White Gawler got right behind this meeting, and I know everyone from Ray White Gawler enjoyed it. Look at the celebration. It has been a great night. Let's go down for our presentation.
Mate, some quick thoughts on your session tonight. You know, obviously you're up on the podium. That's what you wanted to achieve. I'm sure you'd like to be on the top step, but you must be happy coming all this way, and you've got a great result tonight.
First heat, I wasn't not the best. I feel not so good on my bike after 2 months break, and last heat and end of the race was very good for me, and I feel better on the bike.
Chris Holder, mate, well done. Second place, couldn't quite catch that younger brother of yours.
I had it in the bag, didn't I? But I made a big mistake. But Jackie was flying all night, and I knew he'd have to make a good first lap and get away and probably ride where I don't really want to ride. But to get second to Jack's no mean feat. He's flying, so I'll take that. And it was a good little warm-up for the Aussie title, so I'm happy with that.
Clean sweep tonight. No one could touch you.
Yeah, it's always a good way to do it. But as I said, I wasn't really making any starts tonight, and that final proved it. And I sort of pushed my way through and seen Chris out in front, and I was like, no, not him. And it's awesome to have Chris up on here again. He's my big brother. I've looked up to him for so many years, and he's taught me everything. So, good job.
Yes, a very happy Jack Holder, as you would be, and very respectful of his brother. And Jan Kvek, what a great visitor he's proven to be. Thanks so much for your input tonight, Mick Poole, and your expert comments. Really enjoyed it. As the guys shake the champagne, we get set to pay tribute to the man they call the book, the one and only, the King of Mildura, Mr. Leigh Adams.
It is indeed appropriate that tonight we honour a true legend of international speedway at a venue that played host to some of his greatest achievements. Tonight's event is named in honour of a freakish talent that amassed career statistics, the envy of most riders on the world stage. He is a 10-time Australian champion, 6-time Victorian champion, 4-time Australian under-21 champion, an Australian long track champion, and 3 times winner of the International Speedway Masters Series. In what was a glittering 21-year professional career, he also won 4 Czech Golden Helmets, a World Under-21 Championship, and a Commonwealth Final. He won gold medals in the Speedway World Team Cup 3 times, was runner-up in the World Pairs Championship, and was the winner of multiple teams championships in England, Poland and Sweden. In the World Championship Grand Prix Series, he was a veteran of 105 meetings, winning 8 and scoring a total 15 podium placings. Ladies and gentlemen, the Icon International Speedway Masters presents the man known as the Book due to his copybook style. Would you please welcome the one and only Leigh Adams.
Speedway.